Filipovsky is still ahead of him overall, and Brian Orser is getting ready to skate. Well, someone else had to make a move, I think, technically, in order for Brian Orser to catch up with Boitano. Boitano has proved himself, but the silver medal certainly is there for Brian Orser right now. And
but Ted, if you remember the expression in Brian Boitano's face in Olympics, it was exactly the same kind of expression on Brian Orser, so maybe this is a good sign.
He is right now still the world champion. Oh, beautiful.
That seemed to just hover in the air. A brilliant triple axel. There's an intensity and an aggressiveness that I see in this performance right off the top that just wasn't quite there in Calgary. Let's hope he holds on to it. A major triumph, and in part thanks to Ellen Burka, who helped him do that. It was a triple flip. I don't know, Ted, this seems to be the performance of the evening. Can he continue like this?
A long way to go yet. He's approaching 2 minutes of the 4.5-minute program.
Absolutely flawless. Certainly an inspired performance.
There's 1 minute left.
This is probably the winning program tonight. Everything is the same and everything is different. This is an inspired program. The steps are effortless. There is more detail to the program. And I think, like Vasilia Belova, the champion, at least in the free program, is going to switch. superb in every way. They cannot fault it, and the marks have got to come out. This is where the 6.0s have got to come out.
That is one of the great figure skating performances of all time, I would suggest, Dollar Cranston. Magnificent.
Well, after the inferior, or at least inferior for Brian Orser's short program, I suspected that this sort of program would probably come out. And again, as we mentioned, the expression at the beginning of the program was exactly like Brian Boitano's. This was superior 6.0 performance. They've got to give it to him.
And we have exactly the same reaction from the Orser team, the tears of joy that we had in Cincinnati a year ago.
With this kind of program, Ted, you really run out of superlatives. You don't know whether to talk about the style, the elegance, the virtuosity, the spins, the choreography. This was truly a magnificent performance without flaw. They cannot fault this program, and it is one of the great programs in skating history.
Well, they see, the crowd here has seen nothing but 5.9s going up for Brian Orser for his first set of marks. There is a 5.8 though there from Australia.
I think that's Austria, Ted.
Sorry, it is Austria. The 5.8 Australia, also a 5.8. 5.9. Now we must wait. And the crowd has seen them. 6 from Sweden, 6 from Canada, 6 from the Soviet Union. Will that do it? No, it was really an impossible task. He has won the free skating program, but he was just one down too much to overtake Boitano for the gold medal, but the silver for Brian Orser, and they realize that now. And the reason, look at those 6s popping out from Sweden, from Canada, and from the Soviet Union. And what an amazing comeback. It has to be very gratifying for that man. He has to be very, very proud of what he has done here in Budapest tonight. One of the really great skates that any of us have ever seen. And look who's one of the very first to congratulate his longtime competitor and his very close friend. It's Brian Boitano. There are the two Brians. What a pair.